Today I'm going to show you how to make a tulip cupcake. These are really great for any occasion. They're really simple to do, even for beginners. Okay, first of all, we're going to take a cupcake which has been coated with buttercream. You need a circular cutter, which is bigger than your cupcake. What we're going to do is we're going to use the icing over the edge of the cupcake case. It gives a nice neat finish and it saves you seeing the concertina edge that you can see now. Okay, first of all then, if you take your blue paste, we're going to use the blue because it's going to represent the sky behind the flowers. Okay, rolling out your paste, you want to make it relatively thin. I would say go for about 4 millimeters thick. That's a nice smooth edge. Okay, take your circle cutter, push down, give it a twist. Giving it a twist usually cuts off any excess edges on there, gives you a nice smooth finish. Okay, placing your good side down on the palm of your hand, take your cupcake, pop it over the top. I like to do this because then you can see you've got an even edge all the way round. Flip it over, give it a tiny bit of a rub, then you're going to smooth down all the edges. I use the length of my finger for doing this to save you getting any unwanted dents or marks on the way around the edge. Okay. If you use the heel of your hand just across the top there, it gives you a nice smooth edge. We'll pop that out of the way for the moment. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the green paste. You're going to make your leaves and your stems. First of all, let's make your stems. Get it nice and pliable so it's nice and easy to work with. We're going to make a long sausage shape. You remember these from when you used to make things with Play-Doh, plasticine. One of the first things you ever make is a long sausage, isn't it? So let's make a really nice long thin one. Remembering that you need to keep things in relativity to the size of your cupcake as well. If you go too wide, your bulbs, your top of your flowers will have to be quite large as well. So if you keep them nice and thin, everything will be in proportion. Okay, you can see I've got a nice long length here. This makes it so much easier because you can just use your pizza roller and cut 1, 2, 3. Okay. And place those up there out of the way while we do your leaves. Okay, make sure it's really pliable. The more warm and pliable your paste, the easier it is, I find, to work with. Obviously, with it being leaves, you do want them quite nice and thin. Okay, we're going to use your pizza roller again. You're going to use 2 arced lines to make your leaves. You need to make 3 of these leaves. And then remove any excess that you have. Okay. If you get any feathering on the edges, just use your fingers just to smooth it over. Okay, taking your cupcake, what you want to do is take your widest of your leaves. Because you've done them all individually and you've not used a cutter, these will be quite an organic shape. So you will get some that are wider and some that are narrower. I'm going to take the glue. I'm just going to dab a small line down the centre of the cupcake, almost to the centre, just out to the edge. Lay your leaf down so that the glue is central, to the leaf. And just smooth down just gently. Okay, take your longest stem, pop a touch of glue straight down the middle, only 2/3 of the way up. Then add your stem. You will have an overhang of your stem. Don't worry, we will sort that right at the end. Okay, if you just gently make your stem stick there. What we're going to do is we're going to tease the edges of that leaf just around that stem a little bit more. This just goes to give it a nice realistic tulip effect. You can see I'm just pushing that edge of that leaf back there. When we put our head on, it'll be curving away from the head then. Okay, taking your next leaf, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just down here. You want to add your leaf halfway across the glue. Then take your next stem, and you want that on the other half. And then you're going to pop a touch of glue just on this outer edge. And we're going to curl that across. It'll give it a nice, realistic twist to the leaf. You see we've got some Tylo powder here. What I've done is I've treated all of the green and all of the red before we've got started, just to save us time on the demonstration. You do need 1 teaspoon of Tylo to every 250 grams of sugar paste. Now we're just going to pop a little bit of green, sorry, a little bit of glue even, just along the edge there. Pop your last stem just on there. Let's add the leaf. You can make all of these look so different. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to release that off there again. I'm going to add the leaf first of all this time. You want it to be on the edge of your cupcake at the bottom. And what we're going to do is lift your leaf back, pop a little dot there of glue, and then you want to let your leaf curve up and onto that glue, just to give it a bit more life. You're taking your stem again, it will have glue on there where we've taken it off, but you can add just a touch more glue. Add your stem, keeping it nice and straight. Okay. Now going back to those edges that we talked about before, I'm just going to use my veiner tool just to tease this up and just round onto the tulip. Okay, you'll notice at the bottom now we've got quite a bit of excess hanging over. You just need to tease it down into one piece and take your pizza roller . Okay, taking your red paste, you just need a small, large pea size amount. Actually, I'd say that's more the size of a gumball. Okay, you want to get it into a nice, pliable state. You want to make it into a ball, then take your finger and just roll the top tip. Then we're going to take the veining tool, use the sharper end, and from about 1/3 of the way in, all the way to the tip, you want a nice long line on there. I tend to squeeze just gently the tip of the petal back together into a point. Okay, get the paste nice and pliable. Get it into a ball, roll the end, and you have your tulip bud. Okay, from 1/3 of the way in, all the way to the end, tease it back together. Okay, you're going to do the same just on the last one. Nice ball shape, just tease the end. Okay. All we're going to do is just add a little tiny bit of glue on the back of each bud. I tend to pop it on the back because you don't want to pop it on the cupcake because of where we're putting the buds. Rather than putting them above so you can see a join, I put them just on the end of each stem. It hides any joins and makes them look more professional. a nice springtime tulip cupcake. As you'll see, the more you vary the leaves, the more of a different effect that you'll get. Thank you for watching.